Hi,
Hi,
ma'am. Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Hi, I'm doing fine. So, ma'am, I'm Sarvika from Team Taarangan.
Nice to
Firstly,
meet
I would like to thank you for coming, taking out time for us from your busy schedule. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. It's good. Festivals are always fun.
Thank you so much, ma'am. So, I'll give a brief introduction about you, ma'am, to everyone. So, today we have with us Digangana Suryavanshi, ma'am, who started her career at the mere age of 7, which is extremely amazing. She has worked in movies such as FryDay, etc., and she's also been a part of Bigg Boss 9. She has also written 2 books of hers, which is
Yeah.
amazing. Welcome, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you for the lovely introduction.
So, ma'am, how is your quarantine going?
I don't know. It's a lot of mood swing, I feel. Like some days I wake up, I'm like really happy. I'm like, okay, I'm going to do this very creative stuff all by myself. And some days I'm just like, when is this whole thing going to get back to normal?
Yeah,
I don't know. I feel like everyone's going through this. Yeah, it's like an emotional high and low every single day. It's just so different. It really doesn't feel like it's not the normal routine, of course. And some days I'm scared that I've gotten used to this routine so much. What is it going to be like when it actually gets back to normal? I don't know. It's just every day is
Is there
different.
is there any hobby or anything productive specifically that you've been doing nowadays?
I've been writing. I have been painting. I've been singing and dancing. So I do try and keep myself occupied because I feel like that keeps me sane, and I feel like okay, I'm trying to do something about this time that I have. But yeah, otherwise it's chit chatting. I chit chat a lot with my parents. Oh my gosh, and so many other people that the first week I think I was only on my phone, and I was like, wait, this can't go on for long. Like this is not healthy anymore.
True. So, ma'am, you are so young now. You started your career even before when just you were 7. So, how was the first time on set? How was your experience?
You could actually only call me Digangana. That
Oh,
works
okay.
perfectly fine. uh, when I started off, I feel uh, honestly, I mean, it didn't take too much of my head. Honestly, I always started doing what I did because I felt like I'm attracted to everything that's creative, my prime reason of doing what I'm doing. Because back then, when I was really young, when I look back at it, I know I didn't understand that this was a glamorous business or you're going to get popular. I really didn't know the pros and the cons, but I knew that I'm interested. I knew that makes me happy. I love being on set. I was a happy child. I've been so comfortable with camera. So many people are like, "Are you trained?" I'm like, "Do people?" So initially, in my former years, when people would ask me that, "Are you trained?" I'd be like, "Do you take training for this? Like really?" And then my parents would say, "No, that's not what you're supposed to say." I'm like, "Okay, no, I'm not trained."
That's nice, ma'am. So, how was it being the youngest contestant in the Big Boss house, though?
That was insane. I have to admit. I have to admit that was really insane. But that was actually one of the biggest reasons that I did the show. Because I remember we had this first meeting when I got a call, I thought they misdialed me. Literally. Okay. I was like, I'm not even an adult yet. Like, I don't think if I'm authentically allowed to be a part of such show. And then they said, no, it's a great idea and you're going to turn 18 in the house and that's just brilliant and stuff like that, and that clicked me. I was like, yeah, I mean, that's amazing, right? And then it took a lot of convincing to my parents. Like I was like, mom, please, papa, please let me. My mom was like, you can't even get yourself a glass of water, you really think you're going to survive that house? I'm like, that's dramatically critical. you know you just make it look like I'm really incapable. I was like, no, that's exactly what I have to do it. But then in the house, I think the first week I was almost treated like a baby. I felt like that. I mean, at least like, you're a kid. And then at one point I realized that no, I don't want to be treated like that anymore. And then we were all equals and then it was chill. But, I did understand that everyone's much, much older to me, but it was cool.
You were amazing. The first day when you entered house, I was like, wow, what a princess. Actually, a princess.
So sweet. Thank you.
So, ma'am, the name Princess, you've been called Princess a lot. So, is there any story behind that?
Yeah, I think it actually got picked up from my birthdays, because it's literally like a whole princess celebration and stuff. And then my fans started calling me princess, and they underlined that a lot. So they started using that instead of my name. So I knew when they're writing that, it's basically for me. And it grew from that, and I've accepted it really warmly. I mean, I'm grateful. It looks really nice.
Of course, a princess. You're a princess. So, ma'am, you've acted in Bollywood as well as Tollywood, and you've done amazing movies over there. So, how different is Bollywood from Tollywood industry?
Well, I think they're both very well equipped. There is no technical difference as such, because I felt, that quality of work is just immense. Like, it's great quality of work. I've not felt like, oh, this is a little cringy here or cringy there. Very, very professional industries to be a part of. Very professional work. Language is something that's been different.
Yeah.
Language is a huge difference. I mean, the very first day, everyone said like really different things about these industries. Okay, so I came across opinions where they said that you have a Tamil or a Telugu line, and then you just have to mumble, and then they're gonna lip sync it, and that doesn't happen. It really doesn't happen. Okay, and my first film, I had like straight 20 odd lines, like literally like a monologue, and then I freaked out at first when I looked at it. I signed the film by then, and then I was like, wait, how is this gonna happen? Literally. But see, that's the whole thing that I was suggested. Do you want to take prompting? But then it's so uncomfortable. Like, imagine I'm speaking, I'm trying to emote, and somebody's speaking at the back of my ear. I was like, this is not gonna work. And that's when I actually started mugging up my lines.
Oh,
But then
Tollywood.
it's cool.
Tamil Telugu lines. Difficult.
But I love it now. I mean, I enjoy it and how.
Yeah, true. So, ma'am, the book which you've written two novels, I guess. So, what is it about? What are the two books, and what is it about for the audience?
So I've written one novel, and I've written one book of lyric. So novel is a love story. It's called Nixie the Mermaid and the Power of Love. It's a love story and fantasy put together. It's basically my perspective on love, because I feel like our whole generation is so confused when it comes to love. I really don't know if the definition of love exists anymore, because it's just twisted and turned in so many different dimensions that I don't know if we know what love really is. Infatuation is also love, lust is also love, so it's just confused. But then as a person, as a human being, I still believe it does sound very stupid to a lot of people who think that they're really grown and etc. etc. I'd like to believe that there is something like pure love. There is something that's unbiased and unconditional, just how your parents have for you. Somebody in your life can actually have that for you, and that kind of loyalty, So I wanted to put that ideology, because I feel like somewhere we blur the lines between what we need to have faith in and what reality is. I mean, even if there's some kind of dirt, you can't keep believing that this is how it's supposed to be, right? There's a way to clear it up. So that's my perspective, and I wanted to draw a story around it, and that's what I did. Book of Lyrics is basically my emotions, I feel. I am very quiet when it comes to like revealing too much about myself. So then I like to write it. I'm like, this is just so much more simpler. Like, I just put it in a song and it just makes everything simple.
That's beautiful, ma'am. So beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, ma'am, you started shooting, and also you had to manage college and studies. So was it easy? Because for today's generation, we're like, padhai, padhai, padhai. And then, is it possible to act as well as study?
Yeah, I mean, see, I made a promise to my parents that, I'm not starting to act like as a kid because I wanted to skip school, because that's what they thought. They're like, you don't want to go to school and that's why you're doing all of this. I'm like, no, that's not the truth. So I told them that, no, I'm going to be a good student, I promise. See, my whole lifestyle, all my life has been this way, I feel. So I technically don't know the other way around. So I have always studied in like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 10 days, so I haven't honestly studied the whole year. That's not a great influence. Anybody listening, don't try that if you haven't. I'm not advocating, but I'm just saying that that's how my life has been. And even my board exams for that matter. I bought my books 2 weeks before my exams, and I practically studied only 10 days, and I got 77%, which I don't know if it's great or not, but I and my parents were really happy. And they were just happy. There were so many people who were happy because I passed. They couldn't believe I passed. And I still don't believe that they wanted me to fail. That's another story altogether. But yeah, I think you can. See, I feel there's one phenomena that exists. If I tell you to do something, I'm not sure you'll be able to do it, because that's probably not what you want to do, right? But if you as an individual genuinely put your head to something that this is what I want to do, there is nothing impossible. We're all human beings, and we're all very, very capable people, whether we know it or we don't know it. That's a matter of fact. I mean it. You know, there are so many days where I feel like I can't do it, and I've realized maybe I never wanted to do this. You know, like if I've put my foot into something that doesn't make me really happy, and I feel like I'm so incapable, it also makes me believe that maybe this is not something that I ideally wanted to do. You know, that is why I'm so consumed and exhausted and not happy. But if something that makes me happy, something that I feel like I really want to do, I know I put double the effort, and I am really not tired. And you know, I could like, even for shoot, like I can wake up at 3 a.m. and look like all glam and be like, okay, let's go shoot. The other day, if you call me up at 3 a.m., I'm going to be like, who the hell are you?
That's nice. If you love something, yeah.
That's correct.
That's nice. So, ma'am, this time it's our 13th year of Taarangan, our annual fest of Thakur College of Science and Commerce. So this time we have 13 never have I ever questions for you.
Sure, hit it. Let's go.
Yeah. We'll start with the first one. Never have I ever been caught cheating on a test.
I have.
Okay. Never have I ever danced in an elevator.
I have.
Me too. Never have I ever dyed my hair a crazy color.
No, I haven't.
No.
This I haven't. No. I've just put
You have beautiful hair, I must say.
Thank you.
Never have I ever tried to cut my own hair.
I have.
Yeah.
It was so not right though. Just imbalanced very badly.
I did it recently too. I cut my bangs and I was like, I shouldn't have.
I get it.
Yeah. Okay, never have I ever completely forgotten my lines of a script.
I haven't actually. I remember other people's dialogues also. That's so funny.
That's nice. Never have I ever fallen in love at first sight.
No. Not even close to it.
Okay. Never have I ever sung karaoke in front of people.
I have. I have.
Okay. Never have I ever been up for 2 days straight. You haven't slept for 2 days continuous.
I have. Gosh, for shooting. I have. I was bonged. I thought there's something miserably wrong. I was looking at people like that. Insane.
Okay. Never have I ever broken something at a friend's house and then not told them.
No. I have broken things, but I told them.
Okay. Never have I ever cried in public because of a song.
I have. I have actually, yeah, I have. Oh gosh, why? But I have. It's so embarrassing.
Never have I ever fell because I was walking and texting.
I have. So many times. So many times on set. Seriously.
Shouldn't use your phone while walking. We should.
And I keep advocating for things like these, and when I don't do it myself, my mom's literally like, yeah? Like, really? Like, did you say that? I'm like, okay.
Or it's either sab teri phone ki galti hai.
Yeah, no, I'm always like my phone wasn't listening to me. So I have like really weird personification to objects like these to kind of escape. But it's weird.
Okay. Never have I bragged about something that I've not done.
No, I haven't.
Okay. Okay, ma'am. So the last 13th question is, never have I ever come to Thakur College of Science and Commerce for Taarangan.
I haven't.
So, ma'am, we request you, please, whenever possible, whenever everything gets back to natural, we hope to see you there in
Yeah,
college
for
for
sure,
that.
for sure, for sure, for sure.
Yeah, ma'am. So we're also trying to keep uncertainty of fest is really high. So we're also trying to keep ourselves busy in
Well,
some way or the another. So, ma'am, do you have any advice or any tip for fest like us, fest like Taarangan in Mumbai?
I
Like
I
what?
I love your energies, honestly. I mean, I feel like college festivals bring in so much unity and creativity because it's taken so seriously, and I love the fact that it's taken so seriously. I'd love to watch it, honestly, because I feel like, there's one sort of job that we do, and that's creative, and to have that kind of impression of you guys on that creative field is something that I love watching and I enjoy it so much. So I'd like to see it. See, we really don't know what's going to happen next, but I think the best way is to plan for things in a positive way and then wait for time to unveil on what practically is possible or not. But definitely find a way to execute it some or the other way. If not practically, then virtually.
Yeah, yeah, that's really nice. We'll try to inculcate all of these tips that you've given us. So, ma'am, is there anything that you've planned to do post lockdown? After lockdown, what are your plans?
I hope I'll be able to go on a really long drive. I hope I'll be able to be back on set. And I just can't wait to resume the shoot for my films. I think that's just been in my head.
That's so true. So, ma'am, we'll just ask the audience if they have any questions they want to ask you.
Abhishek, wait, what? You saying something about us? Well, yeah. I mean, if you're a part of any college festival, then we did speak about you. And then VS underscore Freddy. When you coming, madam? No reply. Don't we?
Yeah. So, ma'am,
Well,
is there any tip for us? How should we keep ourselves productive personally? I mean, at home, what should we do? Because I feel I am
pardon.
completely out of ideas.
Okay, pardon me a question again because I didn't hear anything.
Sorry, I didn't get you.
Pardon me a question again. Poor network.
Yeah, I was asking that is there any productive idea that you have for us, the youngsters of today? How should we not, I won't say waste our time, but keep ourselves productive? Because I feel I'm personally out of ideas.
Honestly, just do something that you think is gonna come to achieve, but it can actually help you out in your future events or whatever you like to achieve in your life. Just think of things long term and then see how you can make that long term plan start today, because there's always a beginning to all long term plans. So you have to begin somewhere. Like process your
That's
introspection is a huge thing. If anyone can introspect in this time, I think you're doing a great job. Because as human beings, that's the toughest thing to do, honestly. We do not like looking at into ourselves.
Yeah, that's nice, ma'am. There's one question. What is your advice for people who haven't figured out their career yet?
Then you haven't figured out yourself yet. Sit yourself down, talk to yourself, figure what really makes you comfortable. I mean, it's very important to understand who you are and what you really want, because that is eventually going to drive you into a certain profession. And when you like something, I'm telling you, you don't get that exhausted. If you don't like it, it's terrible. So you have to understand yourself.
Okay, ma'am. The last question, we'll just address one. What is your motto in life?
Wow. Okay, that's not like a last question. That's like a really big one. My motto in life is to be my eventual motto, I'd rather say. I want to be in a space where I can make a good difference in wherever I'm living, community wise, be happy with my family, be content at my heart, and that is a really big thing to achieve. And just be able to, I wouldn't say help, because I hope that world is in a better place and doesn't seek any. I would want to do that. Yeah, makes me happy. Giving back makes me happy.
That's really, really beautiful, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for coming, taking out time from your busy schedule. We tried to keep it as small as possible and to cover up everything. You're really pretty, and we hope to see you in Thakur College sometime for Taarangan.
Yes, for sure. I'd love to. I hope this year, and I hope things get back to normal.
Yes, ma'am. Sure, ma'am. So from my team, from Team Taarangan, I wish you all the very best. And thank you so much.
Thank you. Good luck to you guys too. I hope you'll be able to execute your event very, very successfully, and I get to be a part of it. See you around.
Definitely. Yay. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.